3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading at number 1007. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, you can do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. Thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So I want to start this off by saying that this reading is for somebody, or those of you who are feeling frustrated, tired. You may be feeling irritable at this time. Maybe practicing gratitude, it's not really working as much as it usually does. I just feel like there's a lot of frustration in this energy. And I want you to know that I am right there with you. It is one of those days for me, and that's why I am dedicating this reading for those of us who are feeling frustrated, impatient, and just very tired and exhausted. But, you know, we want to keep going. We don't want the frustration to stand in the way or hold us back, or our own thoughts or feelings having control. So, shout out to those of you who are working hard and really trying your best to be patient and to trust and have faith in yourself, as well as the process of whatever you are investing in or working on. I feel like our spirit guides really want us to know that they recognize and maybe even appreciate how frustrated we are. I feel like they might appreciate it because I feel like, you know, it either shows how much we care or it shows how much we know we deserve. And I'm really, really resonating with the idea of knowing how much we deserve. We know that we deserve the outcome that we're working hard for. So maybe knowing that could help in some way. Your frustration seems like it's valid. Our frustration seems like it's valid. I really do hope that this reading helps someone find the patience and the grace to keep going, because I'm trying to find that myself right now. So let's go ahead and get into interpret the number 1007. And the number 1 is about trusting yourself. And given what I just said at the beginning, in the first few minutes of this video, or this portion anyway, I think it's important for us both to trust and believe in the potential that we are trying to create or manifest. I think it's important for us to trust that all of this hard work is going to pay off in a big, big way. And I'm being reminded of something that, you know, it's a conclusion that I come to every now and then, or a realization that I have every now and then. While in the moment it can be hard to stay focused and committed, once we actually get to where we want to be, I don't think we're going to care all that much about how we got there or how hard it was. We're just going to be glad that we did. So maybe keeping that in mind could be helpful. How you will feel when you actually make it. I don't know about you, but that can be pretty motivating for me, because I look forward to just feeling so, not just proud of myself, but just more free than I feel right now. Maybe what we can look forward to is the freedom and the relief of finally making it to where we want to get to. The zeros, there are 2 of them, of course, and I interpret a 0 as a journey with a beginning and an end, or a cycle within a journey. It's generally about change. I'm being reminded of this card that I have about something along the lines of, how hard do you want the next cycle of healing to be? You get to decide that based on how you are dealing and coping with the current cycle. Do you want to find acceptance and release the frustration and make things easier for yourself? Or do you want to hold on to the resentment and make things harder for yourself? Do you want this resentment to grow and to have more control? It's almost like this is trying to convince us to let go, or things are just going to get harder. That's kind of why I want to make this reading specific to what I'm feeling right now and what other people could be feeling right now, to help us acceptance and to keep moving forward on this long journey, I will say. Maybe it could feel a little bit heavy every now and then. Actually, before I got into getting what I have to get done today, of course I was procrastinating so hard because I'm tired and frustrated, but I let myself have like 10, 15, 20 minutes to just lay in bed and really connect with myself and how I feel. It's the reason why I'm making this video right now, because I eventually convinced myself to get up and get to it. So it's okay if you need to take things slower. Especially if it's just one day, you know, the way these days only happen every now and then, where you just feel so frustrated and tired of waiting. I think these days it's okay for us to be a little more easier on ourselves. You know, we don't want to keep pushing ourselves until we actually give up. The number 7 is about wisdom, expanding your awareness and your consciousness and finding a deeper meaning. I feel like this message is important for what I'm feeling right now, for what you're feeling right now. What is the deeper meaning behind not only the frustration, but the need to wait, to work so hard, to be so patient? I feel like whenever I was talking about finding the deeper meaning in the frustration, I think that's important so that way you can release it. This is encouragement for you to reflect. You know what I did a little bit before I started recording, to reflect on this frustration. Just let yourself feel it and just really, really focus on it. Not to dwell on it, but to explore it and be curious about it and understand it. Because once you understand it, once you understand the problem, you can fix it. Maybe there's something significant here about troubleshooting. That's random. Maybe there's something here with technology that can be frustrating. I know for me, I am experiencing frustrating things with technology that don't help with me trying to be more patient and to keep going. Honestly, what I've been doing, since I have ADHD, it's very hard for me to have patience for slow or glitchy technology. And what I'm trying to train my brain to do is, every time I start to feel the frustration build up, I can see that as an opportunity to just step back, stop focusing on what I'm doing right now, and just breathe in, breathe out, let my body relax instead of letting myself get really worked up. So maybe that could be helpful for someone that once the technology starts not working the way that you want it to, just take a second, breathe, and then come back to it. Especially if you're like me, where you're frustrated enough to where you want to break the technology. Yeah. Perhaps there is something deeper here to learn or to be aware of or to awaken to within yourself and also within the universe and how these things work. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 0 is 1, plus 7 is 8. And 8, I just now saw the number 111 on the timer as I was about to start talking about number 8. So before I tell you what the number 8 means for me, if you don't already know, the number 111 is a sign to trust yourself. We already talked about how the number 1 is about trusting yourself, trusting the process, believing in and trusting the process. So that's just confirmation, stronger confirmation to trust and believe to help you be more patient. The number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. This actually makes a lot of sense because maybe we feel frustrated because we feel like we are losing time to enjoy life in a way that we actually want to. It doesn't have to resonate that way for everybody. Just generally speaking, I feel the frustration comes from this feeling of loss. And we're being called together to trust that this loss, no matter how frustrating and difficult it is to deal with, it will pay off. This sacrifice will pay off. It's actually really nice for me personally to recognize that this is a sacrifice that I'm making to get to where I want to be. What I want right now is so small compared to what I want to, where I actually want to be. So maybe there's some sort of trade-off that we both could recognize and understand that this is only temporary. And the sacrifice, the patience, the hard work will pay off. And with me feeling like I constantly have to clear my throat for this video, it really does remind me of the idea of clearing your throat chakra. So if you need to, if you want to, if you feel called to, I really encourage you to find a way to express yourself, to better understand your frustration on a deeper level. Who knows, I might journal later if I'm feeling extra burnt out. But I'm going to go ahead and move into the cards now. And for this reading, I actually decided to look up a tarot spread on the internet for feeling frustrated. So I'm really hoping that, this will offer us something valuable and useful during this difficult time. I found this tarot spread on, what's it called? emeraldlotusdivination.com. So the first card will be about describing this frustration that we are both, or collectively, depending how many people resonate, are feeling right now. So, tell me, what is this frustration about? Describe it to me. So I have the Ace of Swords. I did see the number 456 on the timer, which is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. It feels like this is intentionally vague, describing what this frustration is about, because it's going to be different for me, it's going to be different for you, it's going to be different for somebody else who is resonating with this reading. And I feel like that message of reflecting on this frustration so you can better understand it is just being emphasized with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords it can be about a spiritual awakening, realizing something, having an idea. It's definitely about your thoughts. And I think that's where our focus should be right now. What thoughts are creating this frustration? And for me, why not share? My frustration is being created by feeling tired of working so hard and not, getting a reward as fast or as soon as I want it to be. And I feel like this feeling, addressing this thought, this way of thinking has already been addressed when I talked about trusting that the hard work, the patience will pay off. Trusting, I feel like it's really, really important for me and for you to trust that it's going to pay off in a big way, that we're going to be so happy, so excited, and so satisfied with, or by, whatever. Let's go ahead and draw the second card, which is going to be about why we're feeling bothered by this. Why, at least for me, why I'm feeling bothered by working so hard. Well, I just think I'm just being impatient. But yeah, this makes a lot of sense. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Like I said, the number 7 is about wisdom and expanding your awareness and your consciousness, finding deeper meaning. The Seven of Wands upright is about defending yourself, standing up for yourself. And when it's in reverse, it's about feeling defeated and lacking confidence in yourself. So maybe we're feeling like it's getting harder and harder and harder to keep fighting for what we know that we deserve because we don't believe in ourselves to keep going. I do think, a message that I frequently convey or say is about how powerful our mind and our thoughts actually are, because I believe that our thoughts influence how we feel, and these thoughts and these feelings influence our beliefs, and all three of these things, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, ultimately affect our decisions and our reality. That's why I believe our mind creates our reality. So I think we need to be really, really careful with what we tell ourselves about what we can do. Instead of saying I can't, keep going, say I can keep being patient, I can keep having trust, I can keep having faith. Even just saying that out loud is helping me feel more at peace. So maybe that could help you as well to feel more. And actually, I just saw at the bottom of the deck, I'm not going to take this card, we have the Chariot in reverse, which also has the number 7 on it, which is about your mind being in control rather than you. You want to be in control, not your own thoughts and your own feelings, like I've already mentioned. Third card will be about something we're learning from this. What are we learning? We have the Two of Wands in reverse. The number 2 is about literally decisions and choices. Prioritizing what means the most to you. Does it mean more to us to stay patient and to keep the faith and the trust and the bigger reward, or to be instantly gratified right now for the smaller reward that really isn't going to last? I really don't think it's going to last nearly as long as if we wait for the bigger reward. I kind of just get this general feeling that it's important for us to focus on staying present and perhaps come back around to appreciating what we do have control over. One thing I think we really shouldn't take for granted is the control that we have over our own mind, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, over our own soul. We have the power, thankfully, to do the right thing for ourselves. The Two of Wands in reverse can be about planning, but something is missing from the plan, or I'm also thinking of the Nine of Cups, one of the cards that I have that says a missing key element. I think it's important for us to recognize that part of the plan, an important part of the plan, is addressing and taking care of whenever we are feeling frustrated and tired. I did see the number 122 and 123 on the timer. 122 is a reminder that change really does start with us, a reminder to remember that we are in control. And 123 is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. I feel that this part of your story, the parts that are the hardest, are also the parts that are the most inspiring. Let's go ahead and look at this fourth card. The fourth card, whenever my mouse would like to show up. How can we center ourselves and let go of negative feelings? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is finding acceptance, but what perspective could help us? Yeah, exactly. It is the Emperor with the number 4. Number 4 is about emotional, physical stability. The Emperor is a leader. They know how much control they have. I think wanting to be a stable leader is something that could help us, a perspective or sense of self that could help us maintain our composure, our peace. Really being reminded again of being the change that we wish to see. Maybe what we need to wake up to with the Ace of Swords is I want to say how we are perceived, but I also don't want to encourage caring so much about what other people think of us. It's just, if we do want to make a difference, we have to remember we will be received in a certain way. We have to hold ourselves accountable to how we are perceived, at least to some degree. For the fifth card, what will change when we let go of controlling outcomes? That's really good. Because I do suppose when we are frustrated, it's because we don't have control. Yeah, there is something definitely that we don't have control over, but we also can't forget what we do have control over. I have the Three of Wands in reverse. I think what will happen is things will keep moving forward. We will stop blocking ourselves from expanding and even growing as a person. It's pretty obvious. The number 3 is about self-expression, communication, confirmation to express yourself in some way or another if you feel like you need to. It's also about healing and growing. This definitely is, especially with the number 7, an opportunity to find deeper meaning, to heal on a deeper level. I think that's something that's really important to remember, no matter when or why we are frustrated. Every time that we are, this is an opportunity for us to foster a deeper sense of peace and ultimately stability within ourselves and in our lives and the things that we're working on. The path to our goals will become more stable less, twists and turns, more straightforward. I'm actually seeing a road in a picture that I was going to use. I did use part of it for the ad that I have at the end of the video. Maybe there's something significant here about stars, or shooting stars, or just travel, a road trip. Maybe it would help to take a vacation or to take a break. You know what? I might even do that for myself. I don't know. I will think about it. But the last thing that the number 3 can be about is making a long-term commitment. This is just encouraging you to reaffirm the commitment that you have already made. And I just saw the number 555, which is about change and transformation. But like I said, this is an opportunity for you to heal and transform and evolve on a deeper level. It's really good for helping you align more with the leader, the kind of leader that you want to be. And the last card, how can we be more patient and gentle in the future? How can we use this? That's actually very true. Well, a very interesting and revealing question. Because if we find a new way to cope right now, with this frustration we're feeling right now, maybe the next time we get frustrated it won't be so hard. I have the 5 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse is about forgiveness, releasing the inner conflict. I feel like this is confirmation of next time it will be easier to let go and to keep moving forward. There'll be less friction, and there's another 5 there, change and transformation. So allow this frustration to transform you on a deeper level and to help you create changes inside and out that you need to make it easier for you to stay committed, to feel less burnt out and even bored. Overall, I do think really that there is something important that this frustration can reveal to us if we reflect on it. I do think it will make us stronger in a way that makes us more patient and more faithful. I think our plans forward will be better if we include the fact that we might have to make room for those days when we're just not having it. I think this could really wake us up to being a better leader, having better ways to cope. And maybe you can share these with others, these new ideas when it comes to coping and allowing yourself to move forward. What a leader does. I think it's really, really important to let yourself understand this frustration, not only for all of that I just said, but also to help you keep moving forward and to get out of your own way.